So in this lecture, we will compare our stress, displacement, and other values with the value when the mesh is coarse. Here, as we previously saw that in this model right here, we created a fine mesh, so the value are more accurate. So how this value deviate from when we create a coarse mesh, we will talk about this topic here. So to do this, we first need to note these values right here. To do this, I have, if you open this file, you can see that I have created a table right here, which is for mesh density. Here is the fine mesh density. We will note maximum displacement. We will note maximum von Mises stress in megapascal. We will note number of degree of freedom. Then we will note number of elements and then number of nodes. So let's minimize it. Here you can see this is the stress. Here we will first click note displacement. To do this, right click on it and then click show. Here you can see the maximum amount of displacement is 6.31 into e to the power minus 0.3. So let's note this value right here for maximum displacement in millimeter. So let's 6.3115 to e to the power minus 0.3. Okay, this millimeter. So the displacement has been noted. Next, we will note the stress value. To do this, right click on it and click show. Here the stress value is Newton per meter square. In the chart, we have the value in megapascal. To convert this unit into megapascal, we will right click on this, then we will go to edit definition. Here you can change the unit. So we will click on Newton per meter square or megapascal. So you can see right here, and if you click OK, you will see that the von Mises stress had been converted to megapascal. So in megapascal we have 5.784 megapascal. So we will click on it and the value is 5.784. Just right click on it, make it bold, make it centered. So this is megapascal. Then we will note the number of degree of freedom. So to see the number of degree of freedom, we will right click on it and we will click on solver meshes. So here you can see the number of degree of freedom and the number of elements. So the number of degree of freedom is 245841. So 245841. This is the number of degree of freedom. Bold it, middle it. Then we will note number of elements. Here we can see the number of elements is 53746. So let's take 53746. Yeah, 53746. Minimize it. Just okay. Let's bold it and make it. And here we will put bold and below. So the number of nodes, the number of nodes is 82484. So 82484. Okay. Now here we will write coarse. Coarse. Bold it, keep it in the middle. So let's save it. We will save it later. Just keep it in this way. And we will cross this. Now we will click on new study. So here it is showing drop test. We will click on static. So static 2 will be created and we will click OK. So here a new study has been created. Then from the starting point, we will first apply the material. So we will right click on it, apply material, then we will select the material. Let's just go to static 1 and see the material. The material was ASTM A36 steel. So let's go to static 2 and select the material ASTM A36 steel. Let's click apply, then please click close. Okay, so the material has been applied. Then the next is Fixer Advisor. We will click on fix geometry. Similar option, similar properties. We will fix this. Okay. Now we will go to External Load Advisor. We will apply force. So the force was selected here. Select direction, and we will select this direction right here. Sorry. Just close it. Force normal. We will apply 11,000 Newton. We will select this face and we will reverse the direction. Okay, so let's click OK now. So the same amount of force has been applied on similar material. Now let's go to create mesh. So in our previous study we created the final mesh. Now we will drag it to the course area. So let's just drag it here and click OK. So here you can see the mesh has been created. Now we will run this study. So here you can see the study has been shown. This analysis has been done. So now let's compare the first. Let's compare displacement. We will right click on it and click show. So here you can see the maximum amount of displacement is 6.304 into 10 to the power minus 3. So let's open up our table right here and we will write down the amount. The amount is 6.304. 6.304 e to the power minus 0.3. Okay, let's middle it and bold it. So now the maximum von Mises stress. To analyze this, we will right click on this and we'll click show. So here you can see the von Mises stresses maximum. So we will convert it into megapascal. To do this, edit definition and let's megapascal. We can megapascal and click OK. Okay, so the maximum amount of von Mises stress is 5.407 megapascal. 5.407 megapascal. Let's just bold it, take it to the middle. Then we will calculate the maximum number of degree of freedom. So let's right click on result and click on solver manager. Here you can see the number of degree of freedom is 12111. So 12111. Okay. Then the next is number of elements 2247. Number of elements is 2247. Let's bold it, take it to the middle, and now let's number of nodes is 4118. 4118. Okay, let's just bold it and take it to the middle. So here in this chart you can clearly see the difference. For final area we have maximum displacement 3.11 into 10 to the power minus 3 millimeter. But when we created the mesh in and take the mesh to the cursor area, we can see the deviation in the displacement. We will gain this 6.30 into 10 to the power minus 3, and the number of maximum stress has been changed also. It is about changed about 0.50 megapascal. That is quite a lot deviation, and number of degree of freedom has been reduced too. As you can see, here is 245841, and we have a little, compared to this, we have a less amount of degree of freedom right here. It is 12111, which is very less. Number of elements, and this is showing that we created 5,37,046 elements in the finer mesh density. So the number of elements is this, and when we created the coarse mesh, selected the coarse mesh density, we created only 2,247 element. So this is the difference between element number. For this difference, we can see the difference in displacement, we can see the difference in number of degree of freedom, we can see the difference in displacement, and we can and this is the node. For this number of element, the node has created 4,118 nodes are created. So this is how mesh density is change your result. So if we want to gain more accurate result, the mesh density must need to be more finer, and this will create a result that we can depend on. So this is how mesh density is mesh density can change your result. So you can also check for using the default mesh density. If you cross this, and we can again create a new study. We will create new study 3, and we will click OK. We will apply material. Let's say ASTM A36, apply, cross. Then we will go to fix advisor, fix geometry, fix this geometry, click OK. Then external loads, force 11,000, force. Then we will click reverse direction, and we will select the face. Then we will click OK. Then we will create mesh, and we will now let's keep it to the default mesh factor, and click OK, and the default mesh has been created. So we will run this study, and here you can see the let's click on show, and the maximum number of displacement is 6.308 into 10 to the power minus 3. So here you can see the difference. It is 6.308, and we have when coarse area we had 6.304. So when this is how the increase of number of element can cause the change in result. If we check the number of stress, you can click show, and we can just save it. We right click on it, edit definition, megapascal. We can see 5.51. We click OK. So here you can see 5.51 megapascal. Here we had 5.407 when we had coarse mesh density, but when we have default, we can see that the result has been the number of maximum stress has been increased. So let's see how what were the mesh density, mesh number here, element number here. So here you can see the number of elements I created for default mesh density was 6898, which is bigger than this number. So the bigger the mesh number, the accurate our result is. I hope this is this topic is clear to you now. We will in our next lecture, let's just cross it. Let's go to static 1, and if you want, you can delete them. Yes, right click on them and click delete. Let's just delete them, and let's click on this, and let's click here, right click and click show. So this is the this is our original study. So this is all about applying force on a particular model, mathematical model, and analyzing the result in different methods. So in our next lecture, we will talk about, if we see here, right here, we will talk about torque. I hope this stress analysis was clear to you guys, and thank you for now. I will catch you in the next one with torque analysis.